Hello everyone and welcome to a new lesson with Miss Rafa. Today we're going to complete with Unit 11, Future Projects. We're going to take the last part in the activity book. So open to page 68 and let's get started together. Grammar. Talking about processes. Question 1. Choose the more appropriate verb in these sentences. Sometimes both answers are possible. The original Mont Blanc tunnel was completed in 1965. طبعا هون عم نستخدم زمان المبني للمجهول. التركيز فيها بيكون على الفعل وليس على من قام بالفعل. The tunnel was designed to carry 450,000 vehicles a year. By 1997, it was being used by over 1 million. "39 people were killed in the tunnel fire, which was started when a lorry caught fire." The driver stopped after smoke had been seen coming out of the lorry's engine. It was more than 2 days before the fire was put out by firefighters. Question 2. Rewrite these sentences using passive verbs where possible. After the tragic fire in Mont Blanc tunnel in 1999, everyone agreed that when they build tunnels in the future, they should pay much more attention to safety. طبعا رح نركز على الأفعال ونغيرهم للمبني للمجهول. After the tragic fire in Mont Blanc tunnel in 1999, everyone agreed that when tunnels were built in the future, much more attention should be paid to safety. When they were planning the Laerdal tunnel, the designers decided that they would divide it into 4 sections, each 6 kilometers long. When the Laerdal tunnel was being planned, the designers decided that it would be divided into 4 sections, each 6 kilometers long. طبعا لاحظوا أني بدل دائما بين الفاعل والمفعول به بحيث يكون المفعول به أول ثم الفعل بشكل المبني للمجهول وآخر شيء ممكن أذكر الفاعل إذا كان مهم. They thought that if they could construct large halls between the sections, this would make motorists' journeys more interesting and so seem quicker. They thought that if large halls could be constructed between the sections, motorist journeys would be made more interesting and so seem quicker. لاحظوا إنه لما بيكون الفاعل they بحذفه من الجملة لأنه مانو مهم. They made the holes wider than the rest of the tunnel and technicians fitted them with the special lights. The holes were made wider than the rest of the tunnel and they were fitted with the special lights by technicians. نقدر نذكر الفاعل أو لا. It's okay. They believed that if they could ventilate the tunnel better, drivers would stay awake and this would cause fewer accidents. They believed that if the tunnel could be better ventilated, drivers would stay awake and fewer accidents would be caused. طبعا السؤال الثالث حليناه بالدرس الماضي. Now let's move on to writing. Writing a report. Question 1. Read this report about preventing accidents in tunnels. How many different recommendations do the report writers make? Safety in tunnels. Recommendations. In the light of a number of serious accidents and fires in tunnels in recent years, this report makes a number of recommendations which will reduce the risk of accidents and fires and minimize the impact of any that occur. It is essential that drivers and their passengers are able to get out of a tunnel if there is an accident or fire. We have two recommendations which will help make this possible. Firstly, tunnels should be made wide enough in places to allow vehicles to turn around and go back the way they came. Secondly, there should be separate tunnels for pedestrians in case people need to walk to safety. The best title for this paragraph is Escape Routes. It may be impossible to eliminate accidents altogether, but we have several recommendations which will reduce this risk. Firstly, all road tunnels over 10 kilometers long should be divided into sections, with rest areas between the sections. Secondly, the decoration of each section should be different. This change of view will make the journey less monotonous for drivers and help to prevent them from falling asleep. Lastly, tunnels should be well ventilated. The best title for this paragraph is Tunnel Dimensions. Three. Finally, The flow of traffic through tunnels should be regulated. This will improve overall safety. We believe that if only one vehicle is allowed into a tunnel every 5 seconds, there is less chance of a multi-vehicle accident. We also recommend that heavy lorries should be escorted by special safety vehicles. If these recommendations are accepted, we believe that the accident rate in tunnels could be reduced by over 75%. The best title for this paragraph is Traffic Management. The report makes 7 recommendations, 2 in paragraphs 1 and 3, and 3 in paragraph 2. Question 2. Choose a suitable heading for each section of the report from the list below. There is one more heading than you need. Accident prevention. Escape routes. Traffic management. Tunnel dimensions. Question 3. What kind of language do the report writers use to make recommendations? Should. Make predictions. Will. Show the reader that they are moving on to a new point. Firstly, secondly, lastly, finally. Introduce their opinions. We believe. Question 4. Write a report making recommendations which will improve road safety in your town or city. Write 120 to 150 words. Your report should have a short introduction, 2 main sections in the final sentence. Give a clear section headings and a title. Use some of the language that you noted in exercise 3 above. That's everything for today. Thanks for your time. See you next lesson, inshallah.